everyone, and welcome to episode 98 of the WMMA 5 series here on the channel. It's Pride of Sea in the year 2008, and it is Pride 40, no laughing matter. Of course, being on, April Fool's Day is kind of the idea of when this show is taking place, so had to have some type of pun with that. And it should be a pretty exciting show. We have a welterweight title fight in the main event, as John Alicio looking to defend his championship belt successfully here, and we have so much more. But before we get to all that, though, I'm gonna go through the mail, as I think there's 25 pieces, good bit, as John Jones has already joined the fight group, as I believe he is fighting on, he's fighting in May. He's gonna take on Guy Metzger at Pride of Sea Worldwide live from USA. That's gonna be live in Vegas, and that should be very, very fun. See how that turns out. Also, of course, we had to sign Gustafsson. I mean, if there's someone to take out John Jones, it'd be this man as far as built-wise. He almost did it in real life in the first fight. But, Stockholm, Sweden, he's 1-0 already. He's fighting for the light heavyweight title in MFC. And hopefully he gets that win, so he'll be 2-0 when he comes in here. But obviously going to be a problem. Going to be interesting to see how he does in the middleweight division. Obviously, usually fighting a bit bigger than 205 and, taking that weight off. I mean, I think he can do it, but being 6'5", 205 pounds is pretty nuts. It's an interesting weight. He'd be a lot lighter, and, yeah, he's going to be a problem for sure. But, again, that's going way ahead, so probably by the time... Actually, I don't know. I think we're going to do it when, as far as when this series is going to end, when the Hall of Fame comes out. So I think he should be like pretty much in his prime by the time we end it. So we'll get to see it as Alexander Atsuka, rather. I'm about to say Alexander Emelianenko, as Alexander Atsuka extended his deal, even though we definitely shouldn't, because he is 5-11, 5-9 in Pride FC. He's had a losing record and has only beaten Nobuyuka Takada, Mark Hunt, Minoru Suzuki, and Sataki. And even the Marco Hoos fight, I believe, that was some bullshit there, and him beating Marco Hoos back at Pride 4. He's someone that shouldn't be around, and we should probably definitely at least send him down the rings, at least, so we'll try and do that. We signed Chris Lytle, and we also signed Chris Cyborg, which I don't know what happened with Elite XC, but after the Cyborg and Gina Carano fight, they just released kind of like all the girls. So we got a couple of girls in here, obviously. Even though Gina Carano's a piece of shit IRL, we need her to get knocked out by Cyborg again, because I'm sure we'll do that. I would have loved to have done that like for the first time in the mod, but sadly, that's not the case as far as that goes. So it'll be a rematch in the mod, but hopefully it'll be a great stepping point, or a great starting point rather, for our women's division. Joe Stevenson's fight got canceled, as he was going to obviously fight tonight at Pride 40, no laughing matter, but he tore his pectoral during training. So Tetsuji Kiddo will now be facing Crazy Horse Bennett, which is a bit of a more easier fight for him, if I'm being honest, as far as, obviously Tetsuji Kiddo, usually a part of the welterweight division, hasn't really had that much success in a while, so figured maybe change of pace, besides beating Matt Hughes. So figured maybe we shove him down there in the lightweights and see what he can do. And, it's a big-time fight, though. Definitely an easier fight for Tetsuji Kiddo compared to the Joe Stevenson. Joe Stevenson probably would have murdered him. As Gibby Yavels left Golden Glory, Nate Diaz extended, Hirotaka got extended, Gabriel Gonzaga left Hammer House and joined Team Quest, Dos Anjos left Hit Squad and joined, he joined Hit Squad and left Minnesota Martial Arts Academy. Alex Schoonover left Roof Sport and joined Body Shop Fitness. We extended Nate Marcotte, Nick Serra, the Little Nog left Damian Maya Jiu-Jitsu, and then we brought back Anthony Johnson from Rings, which I changed his weight to where his kind of walking weight is and kind of what his normal weight is. Instead of them recommending him at welterweight, I'm just like, fuck it, might as well have him have where he kind of caught on earlier in his career, instead of waiting years and years to be like, oh, I should probably not be fighting at welterweight because I can't make weight. And he's going to be a problem for sure. It's kind of funny. Obviously, he lost to Kaito Nakamura in his Pride FC debut, and we're just like, he's not ready. I would pay all the money in the world to have seen this fight with Sokoju. That would have been insane. Two guys that are headhunters and would beat the fuck out of each other. It does not surprise me. That was rated fantastic. He beat Mikey Nichols too on the lightweight Grand Prix card and rings. So he's 3-2 going into this fight. He's only lost to Nate Core as far as actual middleweights, and then the Kaito Nakamura fight. It's embarrassing to see on his record, but it is what it is. People get upset, but I'm very, very excited to see how Rumble does. And then Lil Nog joining Unit 2 Fitness after leaving WMMA Jiu-Jitsu. Definitely a bit of a step down as far as that goes. While we're at it, we might as well just send it down, because I'm going to forget to not send down Atsuka. So we'll just go ahead and do that. As for now, the fight card for Pride 40 is Luis Santos looking to see if he can shock the world like he did in his last fight and beat John Alicio for the welterweight title. Obviously, he's got a 13-pound difference already just from the weigh-ins. We'll see what happens as far as, I'm sure he's probably fighting maybe at 190, maybe even 185. So he'll have at least, a 15-pound difference in that fight. It's Josh Barnett and Ben Rothwell in the co-main. A couple of big-time heavyweights. We also have Rothwell and Safchk in another heavyweight fight. Jens Pulver and Gleison Tebow. That's a big fight for Gleison Tebow. Hasn't really had a big-time opponent in a while in the lightweight division. And Jens Pulver kind of sliding down after winning the lightweight title. And it's just kind of crazy how he went from being the lightweight champion and beating Gilbert Melendez, and in came Toby Amada, and he lost to Joe Hurley, and it's kind of like, oh no. He started slipping a little bit, but we're giving him, a decent opponent, but obviously Gleison Tebow is looking to just drag him down and really just keep him down and just rinse and repeat, throw him into the deep waters. As Charles Bennett and Tetsuji Kiddo, which we already knew about, and then Peter Arts and Ray Cepho, which a fun kickboxing opener, and I'm really, really liking this card. A lot of different factors playing in the prelims. Got Sexyama Mazatsu Yano, Jesus, as Takanori Sato and Dan Hardy as well, which those two have, of course, went the distance once before, had a split draw, and we'll see what happens this time around, though. As far as now, for the bit of the analytics side of things, John Alicio looking to make his first defense. He's submitted 4 of his last 5 opponents. This is the second time they've both main evented a Pride event, as they're both world-ranked middleweights. As John Alicio is the #1 middleweight in the world, and Luis Santos is 7th. Alicio trains at Henzo Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, which Luis Santos does have a record of 1-0 against other members of that team. Right now, John Alicio, big favorite to win this one on the betting lines. As Luis Santos 5-2 in Pride FC, he just beat, shockingly knocked out Dennis Hallman. He's beaten George St. Pierre. He's even beaten Jason Von Blue and Joe Scarlo. It's kind of funny. He's only lost to Matt Hughes and Kira Kikuchi, which Matt Hughes couldn't get past. The Tetsuji Kiddo is another guy. Tetsuji Kiddo was beaten back at in Shudo, March of 2003. He's also lost to Thiago Alves, which just shows you how much of a savage Thiago Alves is. And Mike Pyle. As far as his losses go, his notable losses, also lost to Donnie De Souza and Fabrizio Camones. Luis Santos, accomplished, Muay Thai guy. You see what he can do with the high kicks. He loves going for them. John Alicio, bit of a well-rounded guy. Can stand up with you, can take you to the ground. He, as far as, he's also beaten Dennis Hallman, but he had to do it with decision win. He didn't finish him. So that's pretty exciting that both guys are coming off a Dennis Hallman win. Just one finished them, the other one wore him out and got the decision win. As far as, kind of big names, he's lost to Hayato Sakura, and he's also lost to Roman Michian and Kara Parisian, but he hasn't really, as far as big names he's beaten, he's also beaten Kara Parisian, and he's also beaten Roman Michian, not once but twice. He's also beaten Ryan Stout and Drew Fickett, but, as far as a top 5 legitimate guy besides Dennis Hallman, there's really no other name in there. And at least, for Luis Santos, he's taken on some big names. And And, he's got a striker's chance for sure. But I think, the safe money, if you want to go with the upset, I wouldn't mind throwing a couple dollars towards Luis Santos' way. As the Babyface Assassin, Josh Barnett, taking on Big Ben Rothwell. They both have finished 3 of the last 5 opponents. They're both are top 10 in the super heavyweights in the world. 6th for Barnett, 10th for Rothwell. As Ben Rothwell has one lone backer in the Blurcast Stat Picks and Stew. Obviously, you know Rothwell, you know what he's looking for, that guillotine choke, especially off a double leg takedown. That's how he's beaten Fedor Emelianenko, and that's also how he beat Andrei Arlovski as well. So as long as he stays away from that, as far as Josh Barnett, but that's kind of where Josh Barnett, that's his bread and butter. Looking to take you down and keep you down there as far as that goes. So it should be a pretty interesting fight. And obviously, Barnett, I think, also is going to get outstruck as far as Ben Rothwell. I think he's a better striker. And coming off a loss to Big Nog, obviously that is that was back in August. And he's had just talking about a lot of fights. Just from the year 2006, 2007, he has had 7 fights. That is a lot in a 2-year span. It's crazy. Obviously, 2 in 1 or 3 in 1 night almost. As far as that was a 3 in 1 night of Final Conflict, absolute, and almost had 3 wins in the same night too. As far as what Josh Barnett can do afterwards, he at one point, it's kind of crazy. Before total elimination, he was on the verge of getting sent back down the rings, as far as coming off of 3 straight losses to Pete Williams, Arlovski, and Sergey Kharitonov. Got some momentum and almost, and made it to the finals before ultimately losing to Sergey Kharitonov, even though I was hoping for a Mirko Cro Cop knockout and that exchange between the two. But this should be a pretty fun heavyweight fight. Definitely a different heavyweight fight in the sense of, it's not going to be when, an Alistair Overeem Sergey Kharitonov heavyweight fight, or even when Mirko and Sergey fight, if they even fight, because, I guess it depends. If Big Nog wins against Sergey, then we'll do Big Nog and Mirko at Shockwave. So, but still, I think this is still going to be a very, very fun fight. Hopefully, fingers crossed. You can only hope for so long until it actually happens. As the other heavyweight fight, as the 2 of 3 heavyweight fights on the card, as Arlovski is the 12th ranked super heavyweight in the world. Roman Safchk is ranked 17th. Safchk trains at Red Devil Sport, which he has a record of 1-0 against other members of that team. And Arlovski is he trains at the American Top Team, which Safchk is 0-1 against other members of that team. First time they have fought. Arlovski's got a 5-inch reach advantage. Arlovski's got the slight edge on the Blurcast Epics. I'm surprised it's even this close, to be honest. I'm figuring Arlovski's going to pummel him when they're standing, but guess they are giving it to Safchk, which he probably does have the advantage as far as when they take it to the ground. 11-5 is Andrei Arlovski. It's kind of crazy. When he came in, and we just kind of fed him people, and he beat Overeem, he beat Erickson too, and he just kind of going on a tear, where he couldn't have a bad fight. And he once he had a decent fight at Shockwave, and against Pete Williams. He also had one against Ben Rothwell. But other than that, still has been on a tear of good to great fights. I think he's going to have one here against Roman Safchk. Though at least in his past 5 fights, he's only won 2 of them, and they're against Greg Wicken and Mark Coleman. So not the greatest of wins. Maybe this could get him on the right path, because here's a guy, he's beaten some big names, as far as in this heavyweight division go. And he just hasn't, as far as he's had the one title fight, and it was against Big Nog, and I want to say that knockout with the knee came from a double leg takedown that got stuffed and he kneed him in the face at Critical Countdown 2005. Maybe he'll get another title shot. I think he's definitely deserving, as he's still 29, he's still in his prime. If he can get another win or 2 after Safchk, he might just get that title shot. As far as Safchk, though, we'll go through his shit. I almost skipped right past him. He's 1-4 in Pride FC. He's only beaten Kazuki Vegeta. Not a great run, and even then, he has, the names, though, again, at the same time, Pete Williams, Fedor, Barnett, that's some, you got some high-level guys, and then you also have Rico Rodriguez coming in there, which is not a high-level name. I'd say he's in the top, he's out of the top 15 as far as the heavyweights go. But at least he beat Kazuki Vegeta. And that was with his job on the line, too. We'll see what happens with Arlovsky and Roman Safchk. I'm going with Andrei Arlovsky, though. As Jin's Little Evil Pulver versus Gleison Tebow, as Pulver trains at Greg Jackson's Mixed Martial Arts, as Gleison Tebow has a record of 1-0 against other members of that team. Jin's Pulver is the 5th-ranked lightweight in Pride FC. Gleison Tebow, the 21st. As Gleison Tebow has won 3 of his last 5 fights by decision. First time they have fought, Gleison Tebow's going to have a significant weight advantage. I think it's going to play into a big factor there. We know how Gleison Tebow, we know his game plan, we know how he fights. He's going to try to keep him down. And having that extra weight is definitely going to help him out. I wouldn't mind backing Gleison Tebow there if you're better in these fights here, because just the way Jens Pulver obviously likes to stand there and throw. He's a boxer. He's got a boxing background. That's a tough kind of, as far as Gleison Tebow is going to give him a tough time in there. Going to give him a lot of problems. I'm liking Gleison Tebow for this fight. I think that's why I gave him this fight. I just felt like the matchups, you have wrestler versus boxer. Obviously, the ratings, you have 3 very poors in the poor. Not great. 2 split decisions, 1 winning and 1 losing. He's had 4 in his entire Pride FC career, which is not a great sign, but obviously, it's just kind of the nature of what he does. Every round, he's going to try to answer the toll and fucking go at him. It's going to be tough. It's going to be a tough fight for Jens Pulver. See if he's up to it. It's crazy. Where's Charles Bennett taking on Tetsuji Kiddo, coming in as the late replacement, rather. As I think he had about a week to prepare for this. Maybe a little less than that. But he is Crazy Horse after all. Charles Bennett, I don't think he's ever backed down from a fight. And even though Tetsuji Kiddo has the Blurcast Staff Picks advantage, and he's coming in at a different weight class, just Charles Bennett, he's got, I think, a puncher's chance, really. And we'll see how far that takes him. Both guys are, as far as Tetsuji Kiddo trains at Presta, which Bennett hasn't won against a single guy from that team, 0-1. And then Charles Bennett, trains at Jackson's Submission Fighting, which Tetsuji Kiddo is 0-2 against other members of that team. So one of those guys, unless it's a draw, will come away with a win against one of those camps. For Charles Bennett, he's just beaten Calavante, which was a great fight. That was a Pride FC Worldwide 12. And then he lost to Ramiro Sato by Twister in his debut in Pride FC. But this is a big-time fight for him. Definitely a big-time fight. Didn't have a great go in UFC, but he took on some big-time names, and he's definitely ready for this. I don't think he's going to back down from Tetsuji Kiddo. Obviously, with involving Tetsuji Kiddo, you got to watch the armbar from the bottom, which Matt Hughes just could never figure out. And we'll see as far as him changing it up, going down into a lightweight division. Maybe that'll help him out. Maybe it'll hurt him. He's 5'7". He's definitely, as far as, it's not, it's kind of crazy. He's actually shorter than his lightweight opponent from moving down weight. So, well, we shall see. I think it's going to pay a big factor into Tetsuji Kiddo's career. So, the Dutch Lumberjack, Peter Arch, taking on Ray Sugarfoot Sefo. 2 great kickboxers. Peter Arch, obviously one of the all-time great kickboxers, and Ray Sefo is a savage in his own right. Sefo's going to have the weight advantage, but Peter Arch, that 10-inch reach advantage, crazy. But he's lost to people with even, thinking back to the fucking Ice Cold Igor fight. He had like a 12-inch reach advantage in that fight, still lost. His only wins against Hungman Choi and MMA. He can have his second one, though, here against Ray Sefo. Both guys have a kickboxing background. Ray Sefo already lost to Jerome Lane Banner. So you're going from Jerome Lane Banner to Peter Arch. You have 2 great back-to-back kickboxers. It's going to be a tough fight for sure. And that's going to be a lot of fun to kick off the pay-per-view. In the prelims, Sexyama taking on Masatsu Yano. As both men have won 3 of the last 5 fights. As Sexyama's finished, while Yano's won by decision. They're both teammates. They both train at Presta. And this first time they fought, kind of crazy. Sexyama 1-6 on the Blurcast Staff Picks. As Masatsu Yano has the Blurcast Staff Picks advantage. I'm going to go with Sexyama on this one. He's 6-1. He's 1-0 in Pride FC. He beat Hector Lombard by rear naked choke. And I think he's going to get another win here. Just, obviously, Masatsu Yano, he's such an intriguing, he's 5-4 in Pride FC. And he's beaten, like, Lyoto Machida and Masanori Suda. Like, he's had, like, poor fights. He got knocked out by Rampage in 10 seconds. That was incredible. That was back in the Middleweight Grand Prix, but he's beaten Yuki Kondo too. He's had some wins. I would just assume going into this he would be the man who would take the fall, but they're going to go with him having the Blue Coast FX advantage. I just can't count out Sexyama. I just think he's too much of a savage for him. Then Takanori Sato and Dan the Outlaw Hardy. Of course, a rematch from the prelims of Pride FC Worldwide 8, as Liddell and Henderson 3 last year, which was a split draw. As far as, Dan Hardy, big favorite to win this one. Takanori Sato, he has beaten Matt Brown since then. And then also for Dan Hardy, he has beaten David Barron. That was back at American Bushido 16. So both guys coming in with a win after their split draw performance against each other. Dan Hardy, I've been waiting for him to leap up into that next level, and I think it's going to start with this fight here. He's going to get this win in this rematch, and who knows, though? Takanori Sato, he figured it out to at least push it to a split draw. Maybe he can shock the world yet again. We shall see. As our first two prelim fights, minus 550 for Dan Hardy, plus 430 for Takanori Sato. Nottingham, England. Akita, Doku, Japan. Judo, wrestling, kickboxing background for Dan Hardy. Aviane Combat Club, SPG, Ireland for Dan Hardy. So Yuji Shimada's a referee, ringside judges, here we go. As Hardy already setting it up. Can't hit the setup strikes, but he scores a leg kick. And Sato appeared to be trying to get in close, but Dan Hardy pushing the pace. 1-2 from Hardy fails to land, which Hardy then comes in fast with 3 quick punches, landing one of them to hit Sato with another leg kick. As Hardy fails to land any of the strikes in the combo, then with an attempted head kick. As Sato then gets that opportunity to move in and clinch with him, looking for a judo throw, and he's got it. It's a great judo throw, and he's left on his back, and now he's going to try to pass to side control, and there's a scramble from Dan Hardy, which leaves Sato losing out on the scramble underneath north-south control of Dan Hardy. As there's a couple of sharp elbows to the midsection as Hardy blocks a scramble attempt. Short knee strike to the head. Yes, Takanori Sato just in a tough spot here as he's trying to catch him into moving side control, and they scramble. As Sato ends up in side control. Wow, as he ends up winning on that and getting side control. As Hardy tries to pull guard on Sato, doesn't get anywhere with the attempt. Some more elbows. This time from Sato, though, as they're all deflected away as he's trying to transition to guard, but he can't quite manage it. He's trying to pull guard. It's just tick for tack for these two as he's trying to move to guard, but Sato doesn't allow it again. Yuji Shimada's just going to stand him back up with 3:50 left in the first. So he can't hit the step left jab, and there's a nice straight right hand from Dan Hardy. It's kind of weird, Dan Hardy's landing a lot of shots, but just Sato with that judo background could come in and clinch with him and look to get another takedown, and he does so. That's a big-time takedown. Throws some elbows as well. Blocks attempted sweep, trying to pass guard and gain better position. He passes guard, but he can't quite secure it as Hardy starts to scramble. Hardy somehow ends up in on top of Sato in north-south again. It's a bit of a deja vu here. There's looking for the knee strike. He hits it and looking for the attempt, trying to escape it. He can't. Minute left. Hardy losing out on it. There's a scramble. Sato ends up having to pull guard, losing out on the scramble. So Dan Hardy's going to look to try and stay in control to end out the round. He does so. Yeah, I mean, it's not looking good for Dan Hardy. I think he lost the round. Just off of the metrics, and he landed a couple of shots when they were standing, but not enough to really change the whole pace of the fight. Just Sato, 2 for 2. He had the takedowns, later the most shots. Was doing a lot of work as far as ground passing as well. Yeah, Takanori Sato won the first. Let's see what happens in the second. As Hardy fails to find him his jab, but he hits a great high right head kick. And he's rocked him. What's going to happen? Oh, and there's a spinning back fist. He fucking spinning back fisted him. He knocked him down, though. I thought he was going to knock him out with it. That would have been sick. But just powerful shot. I mean, it's over. Yuji Shimada's going to step in and stop that fight. Dan Hardy coming in great off losing the first round. Comes in hot, hits the head kick. Wobbles him, spinning back fist. Still couldn't finish him, though. Shout out Takanori Sato hanging in there for a little bit. As Dan Hardy gets that win, making him 5-1-1, and Takanori Sato 5-2-1. Great performance, though. Had a great first round. Dan Hardy gives a name check to everyone at SPG Ireland, all of his various sponsors, all of his friends, family, and supporters. Showing respect, Dan Hardy praises Sato for the skill and toughness It's now the last prelim fight. Yoshiro Akiyama, Sexyama, if you will, taking on Masato Yano, Osaka, Japan, Tokyo, Japan, 6'1", 13-7, 5'10", 185, 5'9", 205. So he's got the weight for sure in Masato Yano. So judo background, catch wrestling background. It is close on the betting lines for the Parusta teammates. Plus 100 for Sexyama, minus 110 for Masato Yano. Both men 32 years old as well. Iwan Takawa's our referee. Ringside judges. Yano, being in front of my own crowd, gets a loud cheers. He enters. As they touch gloves to start it off, they do come together in a clinch. Yano aggressively gets down position, trying to wrestle him against the ropes. He does so. There's a stomp on the foot. He's still just trapping him against the ropes. There's that wrestling background. As he's still another hard stomp. And they're just going to remain there. As they're still pressed up against the ropes, dirty boxing each other at that range for about 30 seconds. There we go. Referee's going to restart him back in the center. Took a little too long, if you ask me. And Sexyama looked like he was about to shoot in, but Yano again steps in fast and starts the clinch, trying to just do the exact same thing as he does. As he wrestles back against Yano, turning him around. So now he's the one, at least up against the ropes. Stomps down on his opponent's foot. As well, look at that. Waiting for Sexyama to lift his leg to attempt a foot stomp. So he just turns around. So now he's the one backed up against the ropes. Smother against the ropes. Sexyama again trapped there, unable to get free. They spend the next half minute in that position, hitting each other with short punches to the body and the side of the head. Just a little tick for tat. Is again, Yano trying to keep him up against the ropes, but it's not happening. And now they're going to start him back in the center yet again. Yano appeared to be going for a takedown, but Sexyama took the initiative first. He can't connect the strikes. There's a straight right hand, though. There's a left jab and a nice straight right hand from Sexyama. They get up close again. Trying to get good position in the clinch. Trying to muscle him against the ropes. He can't do it, though. Sexyama gets down in position. Trying to muscle him against the ropes. He can't do it, though. Yano is holding strong here. And now he's looking to muscle him up. And now he gets out-wrestled. Trying to push him up against the ropes. Yano out-wrestles him again. Jesus Christ. And now he's finally got him up against the ropes, says Yano. But then Sexyama reverses it. Looking for a judo throw. There we go. We get a takedown. And he's inside control, too, with a minute left. Let's see what Sexyama can do. Just going to punch on the gloves. Trying to move him to guard. Not happening. Again, just trying to pound away, but none of the blows are really landing any damage to end out the round. Tough one to call, but I do think it's a slight edge to Sexyama. And, it's, as far as strikes go, they're basically even, 37-36. And, that is, or 47, rather. I was, oh, no, I was right. Yeah, 37. Yep, 37-36. I don't know why I was thinking it was not it, but yeah, the 37-36. I think the takedown and the strikes. I'm going to give that to Sexyama on that one. But that's a very, very close round. So it happens in the second. There's a right hand and then a right hook. That's a left hand, rather, and a right hook. I was about to say, what the hell? But there we go. As Sexyama throws a 1-2, but Yano was equal to it. As Yano gets a hold of him without even taking one shot while coming in, trying to push him against the ropes, he does so. Tight body control. Yano slowly wearing him down, just pressing him up against the ropes and leaning all of his weight on him. Occasional short punches are all that happen for the next 60 seconds as the two fighters continue to be pressed up against the ropes fighting. It's just smothering him now. Can't break free. There we go. Finally, referee breaks it up. Sexyama's starting to move a little bit noticeably more slower now. So is Yano. They get starting to slow down a little bit. As while Yano steps in, seemingly willing to take a strike, that means getting close enough to wrestle. There's a nice jab and a crunching right hook, though. He's going to try to make him pay for it, but Sexyama's pretty much blown up at this point. There's another jab and a straight right hand. As Yano again coming in close. I guess those shots are not really phasing him, as he can't hit the jab, but he hits the right cross. So now Yano's able to clinch with him to end out the round, looks like. This is going to put him against the ropes, and they're going to hit each other with short punches for the remainder of the round. Yeah, I think, I hate to say it, but I think Yano edged him out, even though Akiyama, he had the one punch that was a power shot. I like to think damage, would dictate some type of pace in this fight, but I don't know. I think I'd have to give that up to Yano just because he was in control for most of the fight, or most of the round. So I got a 1-1 for Akiyama and Yano. We'll come down to see what happens in the third and final round. There's a 1-2 from Sexyama, fails to land. Clear opportunity for Yano, able to move in fast and clinch up with Sexyama. He's trying to take him down. And he's got it. That is not good for Sexyama, as he throws a few left hands to the body, just trying to catch his breath, blocks a attempt to pull guard, throws small strikes, clear, just taking a moment to catch his breath. So he's just gonna just punching the punch, just trying to land shots at this point, just trying to get some points. So now they're gonna stand him up with a minute 14, 1-2 from Sexyama. Yano was equal to it though, and it moves in fast and shoots on him. Looking for the... Oh, and he can't stop it either. Gotta pull, yeah. Well, that's the deciding factor in that one. Masato Yano's gonna win by probably an unanimous decision, maybe a split. And, yeah. Right decision. It sucks, it just, you hate to see that. When someone just kind of the whole fight just is kind of holding them up against the ropes. But really, it was the really deciding factor in the third, though, because he just was complete... every time it was just take him down, and just... Sexyama at that point just couldn't keep going. 6-2, 14-7 for Masato Yano. Giving thanks, Masato Yano praises his team, impressed all of his various sponsors, and all the fans who came out to support him. Praises Sexyama for the tough fight. It's on to the main card. Our opener, the Dutch Lumberjack Peter Arts versus Ray Sugarfoot Sefo. I don't think this one's getting out of the first. Probably won't even get out of the first minute, to be honest, as the Muay Thai Dream Team for Ray Sefo and the No Team for Peter Arts. Amsterdam, Holland, New Zealand. Both guys 37. 6'3", 230, 6'2", 265. This is going to be a great fight to bounce back after the fight we just saw. Iwan Takao was a referee again. Ringside judges giving up at least 35 pounds of Peter Arts, but he's got at least 10 inches of reach. So I'd rather take the reach if I'm going to be honest. It's just crazy that there's only a 1 inch as far as height difference, but a 10-inch reach advantage difference. Peter Arts just built different. Fighters touch gloves as they exchange strikes, but nothing really significant lands. As Arts scores the jab and also right head kick, Sefo hits a jab and also nails the right cross. Sefo is hurt now, up against the rope, and there's a huge head kick that just knocks him out. Just barely out of the first minute, but Peter Arts gets the knockout win in a minute 12. 2-3 for Peter Arts, 3-4 for Ray Sefo. God bless kickboxing. Just the best. As Peter Arts thanks all of his sponsors, all of his fans, he asks who he'd be interested in fighting next. He thinks a fight against Valentin Overeem would probably be a great contest. That'd be kind of fun. Obviously, Valentin Overeem has both Holland boys, both I want to say Valentin Overeem's from Amsterdam. Maybe he's not. But they're both from Holland. Both Dutch, fighters, so that'd be pretty sick. Crazy Horse, Charles Bennett taking on Tetsuji Kiddo. 5'7", 161, 5'8", 161, freestyle style for Charles Bennett, Shudo style for Tetsuji Kiddo. Peresta, Jackson submission fighting. Can Peresta have another winner here tonight? We shall see. I think my money's on Tetsuji Kiddo. We'll see. The Big John McGregor is the referee. Ringside judges. Kaito, being in front of a home crowd, gets a loud cheers. He enters. Opening bell. Charles Bennett just going to ignore the offer to touch gloves. Looking to close in on Tetsuji Kiddo, looking to strike. Fails to land, and then Tetsuji Kiddo is going to make him pay for it. As he cannot stop that takedown, keeps him getting a few quick strikes, trying to pass guard, and the scramble begins, though. Kaito somehow ends up on top of it in north-south, though, and looking for a north-south choke. Breaks free of the choke before it can be sunken in, and now he cannot stop Kaito from securing side control, though, and they'll look for an Americana. Man, Tetsuji Kiddo's getting busy early on with 2 quick submission attempts back-to-back. Now he's in side control, just a couple punches to the body, though. Looking for Kimura now. That gets blocked. Throws a few right hands, takes a moment to plan ahead. Just content, just to land a couple of shots to the body as he's trying to catch his breath. Big John's going to stand him up with 440 left. Tetsuji Kiddo landing the right hand. Throws a punch, but Kiddo was equal to it. And now looking angling for a takedown attempt again to end out the round. A jab is wide, but then he catches Kiddo with a crunching left hook, though. As Bennett can be heard trash talking as the two fighters circle. There's a quick punch, doesn't hit it though, and that gives Kiddo a chance to shoot in. Cannot complete the single leg, but he's got him at least a hold of that leg while Bennett is hopping around. So he'll push him against the ropes, now looking for the trip. And he's got his back too. That's not a good sign. Oh no, he's on his back, rather. Jesus. Thought he had his back as he's trying to pass guard. He passes it, but Bennett was ready for it again, and there's the scramble. He ends up shoving, with Kiddo grabbing Bennett and shoving him against the ropes, looking for another takedown. And he's got it. 3 for 3 on takedowns is Tetsuji Kiddo. And now Bennett using the underhooks to work some separation, then quickly scrambles again, but Kato's too quick to grab side control. Looking for the Kimura. Doesn't allow the Kimura to be applied. Few right hands, he takes a moment to plan ahead. Kiddo blocks Bennett as he tries to transition to guard. As he fires a few punches, he's trying to catch his breath. Bennett tries to transition to guard again, but he can't quite manage it. There's some elbows now, but just little in the way of damage. They were all deflected away. Yeah, I mean, Tetsuji Kiddo showing that he's going to be a problem. Keep him busy on the ground. Even landed a nice shot in there, but really, Charles Bennett, way over his head. Way over his head. Second round now. Bennett throws a quick punch in the net, though, not giving, obviously, Tetsuji Kiddo that opportunity he needs to come in and shoot. Can't get the single leg. Just going to get the takedown, though, once he's on the ropes. Takes some small strikes down, just slowing things down so he can catch his breath. Tries to get full guard on Kiddo, but doesn't get anywhere with the attempt, trying to get to work to get out of half guard into better position. But Bennett was ready for this pass attempt. The scramble begins. They end up in half guard. As Bennett stands and gets out of half guard, then backs off him, wanting the fight to stay standing. Bennett is still moving well, but he's definitely breathing harder now. Halfway point in the second. Tetsuji Kiddo can't get those takedowns anymore, but he gets them when they're up against the ropes. Oh no! Not this time. Charles Bennett blocks it. Now looking to go down low and grab both his opponent's legs. He's got it this time, hand side control, looking for the arm bar. And of course, it had to be an arm bar. Tetsuji Kiddo finally gets that submission win in the second via arm bar. And Tetsuji Kiddo looks like he is going to be a force, at least in this lightweight division. Because the way a lot of those lightweights work, and they don't really fight like that. You know, there's a lot of great kind of all-around talent, and that division is stacked. But I think Tetsuji Kiddo, he brings that experience. He brings great ground game. He brings a great submission game to where even if he's on the bottom, he's still a fucking problem. And but that shows you that he can just do it from the top as well with the arm bar win. Tetsuji Kiddo thanks everyone connected to Presto for everything to prepare for the fight and his sponsors supporting him financially. He asked about the finish. Tetsuji Kiddo reveals that he had been working on that submission in particular during training, and that he's happy that hard work had paid off. Jin's a little evil Pulver taking on Gleison T-Bow now. Let's see what happens. 17-7-1, 17-5. Benendorf, Iowa, Coconut Creek, Florida, 5'7", 161, 5'9", 161. It's boxing versus Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Jens Pulver is the betting odds favorite, but I would put my money on Gleison T-Bow if it was me. Lions Den for Gleison T-Bow. Greg Jackson's mixed martial arts for Jin's Low Evil Pulver. Big John McCarthy's going to be back out there for refereeing this one as ringside judges. Even though the weight ended at 161, Gleison T-Bow is much bigger now, which makes sense because he usually fights he usually fights a lightweight. So here we go. As I was trying to think in real life, I was like, no, he usually fights a lightweight. He's just a bigger lightweight. They touch gloves to start it off. Pulver moves in on Gleison T-Bow, preparing to throw. There's a two-punch combo, but Gleison T-Bow, good job on the defense. But he fails to find him the jab, and then he follows up with a nice straight right hand that lands hard. As a jab lands from Pulver, but misses the attempts to the body afterwards, though. As we're about to see a shot from Gleison T-Bow, but Jens Pulver pushing the pace. He comes in with a flurry of 4 quick punches, landing all of them, scores to the right to the body, just putting on a boxing display as Jens Pulver, but I don't like the sound of that, though, because, oh no, it's because I acknowledged some instructions from the corner. I thought for sure that was going to give the opportunity that Gleison T-Bow needed. As he doesn't trouble his opponent in combination ending with a body kick. Oh boy, yep, here it comes. He almost gets it, as he's left hopping on one leg, trying to push him against the ropes, looking for the takedown. Look at that, Jens Pulver keeping calm, though, manages to pull the leg free, and he prevents the takedown. Oh, but now he's still stuck against the ropes. He's going to go down low and grab both legs. Wow, Jens Pulver really showing it. Tenacious takedown defense so far. I can't believe he hasn't taken him down. Shout out Jens Pulver for this performance here, as he can't take him down, so he gets pulled back into the clinch up against the ropes. But he can't break the control that Gleison T-Bow's having over him, though. So he's still stuck up against the ropes. Just going to wear him down, looking for that trip. Can't get it, though. Looking for it again. This time he's going to go down low and grab on his opponent's leg. Still can't do it. He manages to fight off the takedown and even pull his leg free, and back into the center we go. As he connects with a jab, but Gleison T-Bow steps back to avoid the right to the body. Lands a left jab, but finds something with air on the big right. He hit 2 quick jabs and had no power behind him, though. Stepping in, Pulver throws 4 quick punches, 2 of them which land, and Gleison T-Bow avoids the kick to the body. That's the setup. Jab hits home and then scores with the right to the body. I like the body shots from Jens Pulver. Really, I think they're going to really show as far as Glycerin Debo throughout this fight, he's not going to have that strength to take him down with all these body shots. So misses all the strikes on the combo then with the low kick on the combo, as the low kick on the attempted legs. Glycerin Debo hits a jab. It has no power behind it at all, though, as Jens Pavlo again moving in behind 3 quick punches, 2 of them finding the home with a falling body kick. Misses as he's trying to go to the body with a sharp hook, but it's off target. And there's Jens Pulver, maybe going to get taken down for the first time. Couldn't complete the single leg. He's left hopping with Glycerin Debo holding his leg. And again, Jens Pulver maintaining good solid base. I cannot believe he hasn't taken him down. Not there it is, finally. After probably the 10th attempt, he's finally got it, and he's got side control too. Punches down on Jens Pulver. Easily taking on the gloves, though. There's a few right hands to the body, still blocking him. As he's trying to, and he's pounding away. But Pulver calmly deals with him to end the round. Yeah, 1 for 10 on takedowns. Sucks because it's kind of crazy. Standing-wise, Glycerin Debo's landing more shots. Thanks to just pressing him against the ropes and landing the shots that he can. It's wild that the guy that is 1 for 10 on takedowns, I mean, I think he's winning the fight, as far as so far. He's, as far as from a judge's standpoint, because really Pulver has the 1 power punch, but the rest have all been just jabs, just like Glycerin Debo. Yeah, it's going to be a tough one, though. I mean, Jens Pulver, he's doing some great defense, but it's not going to be enough. As there's a takedown attempt right out of the gate from the second round. Can't complete it. He's left hopping on one leg. He's trying to drive him against the ropes. Now he's going to go down low and grab his opponent's legs. Pulver again maintaining a good solid base. Yeah, he's having less luck getting away from the ropes. He's just stuck against the ropes. That's the thing about Glycerin Debo. Even if you stop his takedowns, he's still in control of the fight. He's still just keeping up against the ropes. He's got this takedown. He's left on a turtled up Jens Pulver. He's taking advantage of the pause. Pulver scrambles back, and but Glycerin Debo still's got back control. Oh, looking to just manhandle him back down to the ground. Look at that great job in defending the takedown. Eventually manages to break free and circle back into the center. Jens Pulver, though, definitely blown up from all these takedown attempts. Step in, looking to unleash as he connects with a flurry of all 3 punches and then lands the big right hand afterwards. Confident closes the distance, looking to throw some strikes. Still landing some good quick punches. Landing 2 of them, but misses the vicious right hand, though. Fails to find Oma's jab and then catches Glycerin Debo with the right hook. Fails to find Oma's jab and then scores the right roundhouse kick to the ribs. Glycerin Debo still is ticking, though. My God, a single leg takedown, just going to lay on top of him. Going to keep control to end out the round. That round, though, Glycerin Debo, all he did was takedowns. I think, just as far as punches and strikes, I think Jens Pulver, I think he not only landed, obviously, more strikes, but I think he also maintained control for the majority of the round. It's going to be tough, though. We'll see what happens in the third. Looked like we were about to see a shot from Glycerin Debo, but Jens Pulver was more aggressive, took the initiative. There's another nice jab and another right to the side of the ribs. Looking to open up an attack. And it looked like we were about to see a shot from Glycerin Debo, but Jens Pulver was more aggressive, took the initiative. Punch from Pulver fails to land, and his takedown attempt gets a hold of him. But just remains standing, hopping on the 1 foot. Just going to push him against the ropes. There's a hard foot stomp. Just going to grind him out. I mean, what else? He thinks he's probably pretty much already won the fight, I'm sure. I'm sure that's what his corner's telling him. Takedown may have been blocked, but Jens Pulver's still stuck against the ropes. He can't get free. Looking to go down low and grab both his opponent's legs. Again, it can't happen. Still, just rinse and repeat of Jens Pulver shutting down these takedowns. Can't believe it. It's wrestles back against Debo, turning him so now he can escape from the ropes. Now Glycerin Debo's finally getting tired, but he's still trying to get these takedowns. My God. And just there, and he's got it. He's finally got his takedown in the round. This Jens Pulver has to pull guard. Looking for he blocks the attempted sweep, trying to pound on Pulver, but none of the blows land with any degree of power, and that's the end of the fight. Yeah, I mean, I think all in all, Glycerin Debo probably had to have tried over 25, 30 takedowns the entire fight, which is just crazy. Yep. He wins it by unanimous decision. It's crazy. But, when you throw 23 takedowns at someone and you almost outstruck them standing and you have the jabs on the ground, it's a problem. He's a fucking problem to deal with. 18-5 for Glycerin Debo, 17-8-1 for Jens Pulver. Just couldn't knock him out. couldn't do it. Couldn't land any power shots, you know, just nothing you can do. As Galaxy T-Ball thanks everyone connected to Lions Den for helping him prepare for the fight, and sponsors supporting him financially, showing respect. Galaxy T-Ball praises Jens Paul for the skill and toughness. So, Andrei Arlovski taking on Roman Safchk, 14-7, 22-3, 6'4", 235, 6'3", 240, around the same height and weight, both 29. Sambo boxing, Sambo style for Roman Safchk. American Top Team, Red Devil Sport, minus 200, plus 150 for Safchk. Let's see what happens. Big John McCarthy's the referee. Ringside judges, we are underway. They touch gloves. Safchk already looking for the takedown. Can't get him, though. Trying to push him up against the ropes. Just going to smother him now. Tries to throw a hook to the body, but Roman Safchk steps back to avoid it. Can't connect the substrikes. And then there's a huge high right kick to the side of the head. I can't believe he didn't knock him out with that, as Safchk is still looking for that takedown, but couldn't take the initial quick punches and hit it, though, and that's going to give Safchk time to shoot in hard and fast. He still can't take down Arlovski. I can't believe it. Push him against the ropes, just going to show complete control. Trying to still smother him, but again, Arlovski wrestles free and circles back to the center. Man, it's just complete. I mean, it's kind of funny that it's back-to-back fights like this, where someone is just content on trying to get a takedown. As now, again, he's still trying to go for the takedown. But then Arlovski fails to find him his jab, and hits a beauty of a straight right there on Safchk. And he's damaged his own hand with that last punch. Not great. That is going to cause some major problems with the striking, and I will say that's probably all she wrote for Andrei Arlovski. But he's still got his legs, though, so maybe he can knock him out with a head kick. So Arlovski almost got away with him, not quite. He's left hopping on one leg. Can't take him down, so he's going to push him against the ropes. And they remain there, hitting each other with short punches at short range to the body. As he's trying to escape. Oh, he can't escape. Oh, back into the center we go. And again, Safchk trying to get the takedown. Smothers him against the ropes, hitting each other with short punches for about 30 seconds. Tries to keep up with him against the ropes. Works enough space so they can slip out and back away into the center. I mean, just he can't get the takedown, but he's still trying his ass off. He slips out again. This Arlovski looking to strike. Can't hit the left jab, and there's the straight right. I don't know which hand was hurt. I already forgot. I don't know which one, but one of them's fucked. He's still trying to throw with both hands, obviously, as he couldn't complete the single leg again. Just Arlovski is not going down. Safchk's got another game plan. He's just gonna keep on trying. Keep him up against the ropes, hit the short punches up against the ropes, and that's how he's going to wear him down. Arlovski's getting the first inning, starting to tire touch. Great sprawl this time. See what happens after the sprawl. As Safchk actually misses the right hook and gets kind of the left hook. He actually tried to throw a punch for the first time. As far as when they were actually standing and not, up against the ropes. So yeah, Roman Safchk just having the same game plan. Throwing takedowns after takedowns after takedown. He's landing more shots, and it's a damn shame. That's the way she goes. As Arlovski looking to close the distance, throws a punch, but Safchk was equal to it. Moves in on Safchk again. Punch from Arlovski fails to land. That's going to give Safchk time to at least try and come in with a takedown. Can't do it, though. As Arlovski again escapes. Rinse and repeat. Having him against the ropes. Pull clear and circle out. There we go. There's a jab, but avoids the big right punch, and that's going to give him another time to shoot in. Can't do it. Halfway point. Showing his ability to grind out his opponents. He really is. He is just pressing him against the ropes, just wearing him out. And now Safchk is starting to give the first inning, starting to get into the gas tank now. Still can't get a takedown. Unreal. As Arlovski wrestles back against Safchk, turning him around so he can escape again. 60 seconds. Just another takedown attempt. That's not going to happen. There's a few short punches to the ribs, though, from Arlovski. There we go. Something's happening for Arlovski. Hey, out of respect, I'm going to give that to Arlovski. Back-to-back fights where it was going to be like this. Not great. Safchk again. He's finally got his takedown. Finally. He got it in the third. Can't keep him down, though. As they force him up the stand. As it's a tight clinch. Oh, wow. Look at Safchk looking to pick him up for a slam. He's fucking slammed Andrei Arlovski. That's crazy. Safchk unloads some right hands. Does some damage. As now Arlovski switching to the butterfly guard. He's going to burst into life, try to scramble. Yep, not good, as he's got side control out of that. There's several good shots now. Alright, if he wins now, he's definitely earned it from this third round. He's definitely done more shit than what we just saw with Glycerin T-Bow. Throws a couple of punches designed to keep him guessing, trying to move him to guard, but Safchk can't do it. Fires away with punches, does little in the way of damage, trying to pull guard on Safchk, but it's not happening. You'll win it by unanimous decision. Will be Roman Safchk. What a huge win. And would have been much different had Orlovsky not injured his hand. Well, I want to say that was the first round, yeah. It was after the power shot, and he just had no chance after that. Crazy, though. He came back in the third and just completely mauled him. Definitely earned my respect in that third. Another upset, though, by someone just grinding out their opponent. Who wants it more? As Roman Safchk thanks everyone connected to Red Devil Sport, all of his for helping him prepare for the fight, and his sponsors supporting him financially. It's our co-main event. See if we're going to have back-to-back-to-back as someone just grinding someone out, as the Babyface assassin, Josh Barnett, taking on Pigment Rothwell. 21-8, 11-5, kit wrestling background, kickboxing, jiu-jitsu, melted fighting systems for Josh Barnett, roof sport for Pigment Rothwell, 6'5", 260, 6'3", 250, couple of big fucking heavyweights here. Seattle, Washington, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, minus 190 for Josh Barnett, plus 150 for Ben Rothwell. Looking to bounce back after the Tim Sylvia loss. We'll see. And then Josh Bennett looking to bounce back after the Big Nog loss. Both guys need a win. Iwan Takawa is a referee, ringside judges. The fight begins. They touch gloves to start it off. There's a left hand and a right hand from Barnett. Jab is wide and scores with the right cross. Look at Josh Barnett opening it up. As he gets a hold of him, though, this Rothwell thought they could do much damage. He's got him up against the ropes. Just going to grind him down. How about that? Another guy trying to do it as Barnett wrestles his way out of trouble and circles back into the center. Fails to find home his jab and lands the right hand, though. Jab hits home and then a crunching right hook. Throws two punches, but Rothwell avoids them both, and there's the clinch. And he's got control up against the ropes. Just going to wear him down. Short punches to the body and side of the head. Rothwell trying to keep him up against the ropes, but Barnett works enough space to slip out again. Barnett with a left jab, but doesn't have the body kick to follow up. Here I was thinking it was going to be the exact opposite. I thought Rothwell was going to show his kickboxing background, but it's been Barnett looking to stand with him. Closing the distance. Jab lands it, but he can't connect with the head kick, though. They engage in the center. He counters the leg kick with a left cross. Uses the left jab and misses the vicious right hand. Throws a quick punch, doesn't land, though. That's going to give Rothwell time to move in fast and clinch up with him. He's got him up against the ropes. Trying to lift a leg for a foot stomp, but that creates enough space to escape for Josh Barnett. They're standing in the center again, connects with a nice jab, and catches Rothwell with a low kick to the front leg. Another jab and a straight right. Barnett's definitely breathing a little heavier, though, as he doesn't trouble his opponent. Triple punch combo, which that's going to give Rothwell time to muscle him against the ropes. He can't do it, though. Look at Barnett fighting it off. And now, but Rothwell again, trying to push him against the ropes. He's got it this time. And it's just going to smother him up against the ropes. Rolling close-up battle for about a minute. 47 seconds left, or 55 seconds, rather, left in the round. Wrestles back against Rothwell, turning him so he can escape away from the ropes. As Rothwell willing to take a few shots, gets close up to grapple. As it connects with a nice jab and a low kick to the front leg again. Jab is wide, but hits the straight right. And there's the cut. Rothwell's still able to grab him. Definitely, Josh Barnett definitely won that first round. Opened him up, landed a lot of good shots, had a lot of combinations, outstruck him, didn't get taken down. There we go. One for the good guys. As the Cutman's going to try to stop the bleeding, as we start with the second. Rothwell comes in fast, is willing to take a couple of shots again. Throws a two-punch combo, but Rothwell avoids both of them, is able to grab him, muscle up against the ropes. Just going to trap him there, as a short punches the body and the side of the head. Short stomp, and short punches again for about a minute. Takawa's going to break him up. Rothwell's still moving well. He's definitely breathing deeper now. And Rothwell's looked like he was angling to grapple again, but he couldn't take the initiative. 1-2 from Barnett, fails to land. Jab hits home, then scores with the right cross. Looking to throw some strikes again. So Rothwell couldn't take the initiative again, as there's a jab and there's another straight right. Barnett's starting to have to urge himself now, as his corner responds by urging him on a little louder. Peter trying to get in close, but again, Barnett doing a great job at pushing the pace. Throws a punch, but doesn't land. Come together and strike. Rothwell misses the right hook and leaves up for a opening to get countered with a quick left jab and a big right hand just missing. They come together and strike. They throw, but neither fighter can land a shot. Can't connect with the right hand as Rothwell missing on the jab, and also has the right hand absorbed on the gloves. At least they turn into a slugfest in it, even though they didn't really land anything, as he misses the right cross, does Rothwell, which gives the counter for Barnett with the right hook. Barnett's just blown up at this point. I think he won that round as well. It's close. He got outstruck, but I think he just landed more shots, and I think he was in control more. I don't know. It's close, though, because Rothwell probably had control for about 3 minutes, so maybe he had the slight edge. Maybe a slight edge for Rothwell, but I'm all in on Josh Barnett winning this third, hopefully. As Barnett moves in closer, looking to throw some strikes. Peterby to try and get in close, and but Barnett took the initiative. He fails to find home his jab, but it scores to the right roundhouse kick to the ribs. Both fighters come together and strike. There's a burst of strikes, but neither fighter gets caught. Finds his right cross blocked. Rothwell finds his right hand blocked. As Barnett missing the big right hand, and there's a right cross from Rothwell on the counter. Look at that, as Rothwell appears to be feeling a little fatigued for the first time, and now his hand's starting to lower just a fraction. Barnett doesn't find the mark on the right hand. Rothwell kicking it for the right hand. There's a left hand from Barnett, a right cross from Rothwell. Missing the right cross. Again, Rothwell. Oh, there's a wicked right uppercut, and he knocks him down. What a huge uppercut for Big Ben there. Moving in close, kneeling down beside him, looking to hammer down punches. Powerful shot after powerful shot. Kow's got to stop the fight. Wow. What a great change of a game plan for Ben Rothwell in the third. Coming in, it's like, man, I lost the first. I might have won the second. I really got to go all guns blazing if I want to win this third. And he absolutely did with that uppercut. And what a great win. Great performance to bounce back after the terrible first round he had, where he was just kind of not really doing a whole lot and got outstruck, and he came back in the second, might have won that round, and then just knocking him out and letting the leather fly in the third. Great job. You don't really see that with the heavyweights, seeing a third round knockout. You see it there, 12-5, 21-9 for Josh Barnett. That's a big win for Ben Rothwell, as he gives thanks, praising his team at Roof Sport, his various sponsors, all the fans who came out supporting. He says he has a lot of respect for Josh Barnett, praising his toughness. So this is a night of upsets. That's like the third one. Now we'll see what happens in this welterweight title fight main event, as Luis Sapo Santos taking on the natural John Alicio, Brazil, Vancouver, British Columbia, 5'10", 170, 6 foot 183. He's bigger, stronger, weighs more. Muay Thai Jiu-Jitsu, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Kickboxing, Shooter Box, Hinzo Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, minus 420, blaze it for John Alicio, plus 330 for Luis Santos, but this has been the night of upsets. Welterweight title on the line. Yuji Shimada's referee, ringside judges. Here we go. Sato, again, keeping in the exchange going. Lands the left jab, but misses the big right hand. Is Alicio going to step in and grapple with him? Trying to, but he can't, looks like, as Santos took the initiative, rather. Connects with two left hands and the big right hand from Santos. Kicking up with a setup to left jab, and there's a right hook as he fails to find him his jab, then scores with a high-impact right roundhouse kick to the ribs. Oh, wow, he may have broken a rib. Holy shit. Luis Santos is a fucking savage. Yeah, I mean, that's going to definitely affect him throughout this fight. We're just 2 minutes in. He's already probably broken a rib. Using the left jab, but misses the vicious right hand. Hits the left hand, but misses the right hand to the body. As Alicio, just a weak, tentative jab. Jab lands from Santos, but finds something in air on the big right. Santos with a left jab, and also has a crunching right hook for John Alicio. Moving in closer, ready to attack, misses all the strikes in the combo in with a head kick attempt. As again, Luis Santos just throwing everything he can at him. There's a counter left, doesn't connect though. There's another body kick. My God, what a great game plan for Luis Santos so far. Hits the left hand, and the body kick was telegraphed, and Alicio grabs it. And looking for the takedown. That would have been crazy. And that's a great job for Luis Santos to manage to yank that leg free entirely. As he lands the jab, misses the head kick though that follows up. Moves on Alicio, preparing the throw. Combo that ends with a head kick attempt. Fails to land for Santos. Halfway point in the first. Slipping past the right hook attempt. Attacks with a jab and a kick that's driven to the thigh now. Looking for the thigh kick. Another body kick that's telegraphed, and Alicio grabs it. Can he get the takedown this time? Again, Luis Santos breaks free of that. Fails to find home his jab. Scores with the right hand, though. Shortening the range. Looking to strike. Fails to land anything out of the strikes in the combo that ended with a slithering low kick. Alicio moves in and out of range, hoping to tempt his opponent to direct the strike. As he lands a left jab and misses the vicious right hand. Taking a few gulps of breath, Santos giving the first hand, they start to tire. Touch two commands meet in the center, and they start to strike. Scores the jab and misses the head kick attempt. Doesn't connect to the left jab, but scores the right hook, though. I mean, this has been all Luis Santos so far. And there's a powerful leg kick. I mean, he's going everywhere with these shots. Can't connect to the jab. There's a crunching right hook, though. Clearly, I mean, circling him. John Alicio is going to have to do something at this point. Fails to find anything on the combo end of the body kick. As he comes in close and grabs him into a clinch. Trying to push him against the ropes is Santos now. Wow, look at that. He's got him pinned. Looking for some dirty boxing now. Hard foot stomp. Some more dirty boxing happening. I mean, complete domination of the welterweight champion. Nothing. No answer. A plus 330 underdog, and he is just outclassing John Alicio here. Unreal. I mean, Luis Santos has just caught fire. He is in fuego right now. And he has been for a while. Going off the George St. Pierre fight to the Dennis Hallman fight to now. I mean, he has just been incredible. Can't connect the step strikes, scores with the right cross, though. There's a cut now. And another roundhouse kick to the ribs. Wow. Falls to the ground and it can't continue. He knocks him out with a body kick. Unreal. TKO from a body kick. Luis Santos winning the welterweight title in another huge upset. It's no laughing matter for these upsets. 17-7, 20-10 for John Alicio. Couldn't defend his belt. Luis Santos, I mean, what welterweight is going to stop this man? He's beaten everyone, it seems like, already. He's got Damian Maia, though, waiting on him. See what Damian Maia can do with him, because that's fucking crazy. Luis Santos thinks everyone connected to shoot the box for helping him prepare for the fight, and for supporting him financially. The welterweight title strapped around the waist of Luis Santos, celebrating being the new champion. I mean, what a show, though. I mean, listen, the fights were all decent, but I mean, just underdog after underdog after. I mean, you had three, and I think Peter Arts wasn't. He might have been. I don't think he was. But yeah, Gleisi Tebow was. And then you had Safchk, and you had Luis Santos. And I think Yano had the upset too. No, he didn't. Never mind, but still. 3 upsets on the main card. Crazy. They have increased pop everywhere. Definitely a performance bonus for Luis Santos. Think we're going to give one to Tetsuji Kiddo as well. And honestly, Roman Safchk. We're going to give out 3 for that crazy card. I mean, that was nuts. Absolutely nuts. And we still make $6 million. And the guys get paid. How fun. Everybody wins all around. Dan Hardy made almost $2,000. Takanori Sato made $2,000 exactly. It's kind of sad. But, I guess that's whatever. That's the fight world for you. As, thank you all for watching. I can't believe, we're almost, we're 2 episodes away from episode 100. Technically, we have done 100 episodes as far as with the bonus episodes and whatnot that we used to do. We kind of went through the world. And that's just crazy. We got a new welterweight champion. And on to Pride FC Worldwide 16. Just see that main event. Don Fry, Kazuki Vegeta. That should be very, very fun. You got a man with some dynamite in his fucking hands, like Kazuki Vegeta. The man who survived a head kick from Mirko Krokop and lived to tell about it. He's going to look to bring the fight to Don Fry for sure. As I will catch you guys next time. Take care, everyone.